Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Corey versus Julian Khan, and this is going to be another high-rated DB video. Also, make sure to check out Julian Khan's YouTube channel, link down below at the top of the description. And we have Cupsy, Cookie, Fua, Lollipo, Prayer. They have Droll, Ritual Spell, Cookie, Aramasa, and Droll, 50 versus 40. Okay, and both playing Mitsurugi, Yummy, just playing it a little bit different, building it different. Normal Cookie, on Summon, activate Fua. And then, yeah, still make Snatchy effect to go place, draw Armasa, place Mingyang, summon back out the Cookie, and then we can use those to go into the Cupsy. They draw Dark Ruler, Cupsy to grab out the Cupsy plus the Lollipo from the deck to the hand there, and then go ahead and discard Aramasa, and then special out Cupsy. You could be like, oh, could have discarded Droll, so that way we can keep our Mitsurugi engine going, which I am not entirely against, but we would probably be summoning like a Yummy next turn for a normal summon. Discarding Droll also tells them that you have Droll. I'm not sure how much like that matters though, like too much. Go ahead, grab out Surprise off the Cupsy, set Surprise Pass to draw Mitsurugi Ritual, and then activate Dark Ruler, normal Cupsy effect to go search, and then grab out the Yummy Surprise from the deck to the hand, drop Droll on res. They said good, and then go ahead, chain Prayers. No tribute, or they said tribute question mark, they said no, and then go ahead, chain another draw. Okay, so the second draw actually did matter there, especially because we drew the Ritual Spell. Otherwise, we would just search Murakumo, then we could have just brought it out, and that would have been huge. But that's not like a normal scenario, like all that happening. Go ahead, Surprise, bring out Snatchy, and then Snatchy pay 100 to go ahead, bring out Cookie, and then Cookie to Bookamoon the Cupsy. And now we have activate Surprise. Okay, we admit defeat. I mean, I guess like Cookie tag out and the Cookie's gonna beat us, but I feel like could have tried by activating Surprise to summon. On to the next game now. We'll go ahead and see Korbe go first. We have Saji, Haba, Ash Blossom, Lollipo, Haba. They have Pre-Prep, Mingyang, Kusanagi, Cupsy, and Lightning Storm. Main phase, normal out, Lollipo. And then it looks like they're getting ready to scoop. They were drawing Dark earlier though, so I mean, this is a pretty strong combination of cards. It's just still weird though, because everyone's siding into the Mitsurugi Trap card, and that card's going to beat one of these cards. So yeah, they're just going to go ahead and admit defeat there. And this deck also sets up like infinite good cards, infinite back row, good monsters. Got Cupsy, Saji, Haba, Droll, Dark Ruler. They have Prayers, Bell, Pre-Prep, Fua, and Aramasa. So activate Prayer, tribute Aramasa in the draw phase, search, summon Saji. New chain link, Saji and Aramasa. Grab out Murakumo and the Ritual Spell. And then activate Ritual Spell, summon out Murakumo from hand, dump Futsu effect goes search, grab out Prayer. You definitely drop Droll here, right? Especially if they're I guess if they're dumping food, so it doesn't guarantee anything, right? They might just not have it. They probably don't have another level 4 in deck to be able to dump those. I mean, you probably still would just drop Droll. Yeah, you probably still just drop Droll. Otherwise, like, Zombie Vampire is going to be coming down. That's like almost guaranteed into Yummy Engine, especially in a mirror match. And Droll and Lockbird is like another hit for Vampire. Go ahead, drop Droll. And then chain Murakumo, discard the Haba since we already have Saji in hand. And then they're just going to normal out Fua. And then make IP. Set Prayer, pass, draw Lightning Storm. Hey, there we go. Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler again. Lightning Storm, call back row. Chain Prayer, tribute Murakumo. Search out the Habakiri. And then summon out Saji, lose 800, then new chain link, we have Murakumo 1, Saji 2, so that's going to go ahead, search out for Prayers, and then search out for the Ritual Spell, and then summon back out the Murakumo. So now we have like SP, Murakumo discard plus Bell, but we get hit with Dark Ruler there, then normal out Saji effect, that's going to grab Ritual Spell, and now we can link off into the Amirage, and then special out the Cupsy from hand. Cupsy effect goes search, and then Cupsy's going to grab out the Yummy Surprise, and now use Amirage plus the Cupsy Yummy to go into the Cupsy Yummy way, and then effect to grab out the Cookie plus Marshmallow, And then discarding the Marshmallow, use the Cupsy to go in the Snatchy effect to go place the Mingyong. Okay, so Cookie Surprise Ritual Spell. Yep, we can set up the Mitsurugi stuff this turn too. We just have to make Herald and then get rid of it, and then we can go ahead and search for the Murakumo. Special summon out Cookie, use those, go into Lollipo, and then Lollipo effect to special summon back out Cupsy plus Cupsy from the grave, and then use those to make the Samsara. Activate Surprise to try to summon back out, and yeah, I mean, if they bell this, they just chain this, and they just end with like the same amount of bodies there, just having 2 of them. So bring out Marshmallow, grab back Surprise, and then now use Marshmallow plus Samsara to make the Herald of the Arclight, turn the Herald into Gravity Controller, and then Herald effect goes search, so Herald will go ahead, grab out the Habakiri there. That's fine. Okay, grabs Haba, and then activate Haba. Okay, so we're playing 40 cards, but we still play like the Kusanagi Aramasa. So we're going to go ahead, summon Aramasa, Tribute Gravity Controller. And then Aramasa effect goes search. Okay, but we're choosing the Haba into that because we could have also Ritual Spelled. Summon Haba, dump Aramasa, Kusanagi. Like, they definitely play Kusanagi, right? Yeah, I was going to say definitely. Then activate Ritual Spell, summon from hand. What? Do we play? Oh my gosh, we played Night Sword Serpent 2 and 40. Okay. Dump Night Sword. I was like, this doesn't make sense. We're gonna dump Aramasa off the board. I don't like this play, but okay. Dump Night Sword Serpent, and then activate Night Sword Serpent. Chainlink 2, Kusanagi Chainlink 1. Grab back Ritual Spell. Summon out Night Sword. Activate Ritual Spell to summon from deck. Bring out the Murakumo, Tribute Haba, new Chainlink, Murakumo 1, Haba 2, decides to not do Haba 1, Murakumo 2. Go ahead, wipe the board, grab out Prayer, summon back out the Haba, overlay into Dugaris. Okay, we play Dugaris too, I guess, like we play Night Sword Serpent, sure. Activate Dugaris effect, summon back out Herald. Okay, I guess we just really want to end on this card because we don't have an extra level 1. Like, we could put it back with Samsara, but no level 1s to then get anything out of this. Which, to be fair, we could have also just, like, when we Lollipo'd summon back, we could have just summoned back out an extra level 1 instead of summoning out the Cupsy Synchro. And then done this whole play, and then this would have been a level 1 here instead, because we would have used this to make Samsara earlier, and then we could have made Herald, and then we wouldn't have had to Dugaris summon it back, which now means that we skip our next main phase 1, which isn't very good. Yeah, they show what's in hand, Prayer, Surprise. Now here, use Dugaris plus the Habakiri, go into the IP Masquerena. Set Prayer, Surprise, pass, they draw Ash. Okay, that's actually... I was gonna say that's solid, but it's not really that solid, right? Not right now. Activate Pre-Prep, because like if you Ash Prayers, they're still gonna get the Murakumo summon back out. So Pre-Prep, Chain Lollipo summon back out from the graveyard. They said okay, so they're going to go ahead and summon back out the Cupsy Synchro, and then the Cupsy's main deck monster, then they grab out Mitsurugi Mirror plus Murakumo, so playing multiple Murakumo in the deck. Okay, activate Cupsy, and then they Ash that, so they don't get to draw one, because that could potentially be a hand trap. Okay, they said fine, and then activate. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't Murakumo that, because they would just be like, okay, sure, a lot of the time, and then, yeah, you get to draw one, but you could Murakumo later and force in the discard. Maybe it's actually better just to try to draw one instead of forcing the discard a random card. Herald, negate the Mitsurugi Mirror, and then doesn't use Herald effect to search. We still could have another Haba in deck, or, like, Mirror if we play it. Or if it's in our deck, activate Ritual Spell to summon from hand now. And then chain the Cupsy Yummy Way to tag out to summon back out from the graveyard. That can summon out... Yeah, there's no Lollipo. Obviously, we need to bring out the Link 1. And then I guess Cookie, sure. They could summon back out. So they're going to summon out Murakumo, though. So we're going to summon out Snatchy, Cookie. They're going to go ahead, summon Murakumo, dump the Haba, and then Murakumo 1, Haba 2, Chainlink 3, Cookie to go ahead, pop, and then any response to Cookie, no, and then they go ahead, chain IP, and then chain Murakumo to negate that. They don't have any cards in hand to prevent this. And then chain Murakumo to Murakumo. Now here, we have a couple options. We could chain Prayer. We could also chain Surprise. We could put a card in our hand, basically, so we can discard for Murakumo. So that way our IP goes through and brings out SP, and then SP banishes Haba, but we know they have Prayers, so they chain Prayers. It's not even like SP is that good of a card here, really. So, okay, they're just going to go ahead, and they said, that's fine, and the opponent's going to discard Haba, so that way they negate Murakumo. Yeah, and then, well, so that way their Murakumo is not negated. And then grab out the Haba, but they can't do that because they're trying to Haba add Haba. Yeah, so they're going to Haba add Kusanagi, and then they can resummon the Haba from the graveyard. No, they actually can't. My bad. This was summoned from deck by tributing this from hand. This was not properly summoned. Okay, so yeah, that would make SP, like, even worse, too. Like, there's really no point of doing it. So now they're going to go Prayer, tribute the Kusanagi. Go ahead, bring out Murakumo, losing 800, new chain link. We're going to get Kusanagi to add back the copy of Mitsurugi Prayers, set Prayers, end of main phase, and then end phase. We're going to go activate Prayers, and then they will go ahead and bell that. Yeah, which is huge, because otherwise, like, it really, like, yeah, they must only play 2 Haba in their deck. Otherwise, the Herald could have searched for Haba. Prayers could have attributed the Haba here, and then, you know, we would at least get Haba to go search for another copy of Prayers, which is, you know, pretty big difference. But maybe they only play the 2 Haba. I know some people have only played 2 Haba, but they play like Night Sword and everything, so I have no idea. Surprise, bring out Marshmallow effect, add back the copy of Surprise, and then draw Lollipop for turn. And then, yeah, we have to go ahead and skip our main phase, because Dugaris. So now we have to go straight to main 2. We'll straight to battle, and then, yeah, go ahead, just go to main 2, make Snatchy, and then Mingyang effect to summon back out. They're going to Murakumo to negate. We're going to discard Lollipop. Bring out the Cupsy Yummy effect goes search. Grab out a Cookie Yummy from the deck to the hand. And then use those monsters to make SP. And now we have SP effect. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, we're in main phase 2, so it's like definitely using it. Then they're going to chain Prayer, tribute the Murakumo, add Haba, and then lose 800, special summon back out Kusanagi from the graveyard. And then new chain link Murakumo 1, Kusanagi 2, Mirror 3. And then they do have SP that they could use. They don't, like, need to use it. I was going to say, because they don't, like, need their extra monster zone right now. But they do go ahead, decide to use it. We also have Samsara engraved that can be a body at some point. But it's not like it's going to be that good of a body. Well, no, it will be, right? Because we can make, like, Herald with it. So now we're just going to go ahead, then grab back the Prayer off the Kusanagi, search Magatama off the Murakumo, then summon back out the Murakumo. Yep, just a big body. Yeah, this is main phase 2. Activate Surprise, summon out Marshmallow, grab back Surprise. Yep, that's fine. Now from here, use Marshmallow to make Snatchy, and then special out Cookie from hand. Doesn't Cookie lower the attack, so we're going to go on the Lollipop effect, summon back out the Cupsy plus Cookie from the graveyard. Samsara, put back Herald. Yeah, we're just going to make Herald again. So summon out Samsara, and then use the bodies to make Herald. Samsara gets banished when it leaves the field. Set Surprise, end phase, bring back the SP plus the Kusanagi. Okay, yeah, this is starting to look, I would say, better for Julian than it is for Corey here. It seems like they're starting to get, like, truly outgrinded. So pass, especially, like, when you just have, like, no access to cards, and Murakumo actually starts becoming, like, important with its negate effect and just discarding, and, like, actually starts doing infinite in a grind game like this. Draw pre-prep, And then activate the Magatama Tribute Kusanagi to go ahead, pop Herald of the Arclight, chain SP to try to banish itself, plus Murakumo. I mean, I guess we could chain Prayer. Could also chain Murakumo. We're gonna chain Murakumo. They're gonna chain Herald to negate and destroy. We're gonna chain Prayers. Go ahead, Tribute. They're gonna chain Lollipo Synchro to tag out, summon back out Cookie plus Snatchy. Now summon back out Saji, not searching, and then new chain link. We're gonna go Saji 1, Murakumo 2, Kusanagi 3. Yeah, we already put back Mirror. Let's try to grab back Prayers from the graveyard there. They're gonna go chain Snatchy, pay 100 to now go ahead and bring out what Cookie? Yeah, they're gonna add back Prayers, search for the trap card. Wow, playing like the whole package too with Magatama plus trap. I guess once we saw Magatama, we probably could have just assumed like the trap card was there. Because like everyone's sides that didn't go in first, it's not like weird at all. Even Magatama's not like that weird. I mean, they are just playing like a pure deck with like a very small Yummy engine. Like we haven't even seen the Yummy cards yet. Like Mitsurugi can get to Yummy through Vampire, but we just haven't got to that point yet. We've had to just like, you know, Mitsurugi our opponent, which is working pretty well here. I mean, look, Murakumo effect to wipe the board. Chain Cookie effect to book, which actually does nothing. So now it's literally Surprise versus the World. And now they're just going to go activate Surprise, special summon back out Cookie. And then Julian's thinking on what to do here exactly. Because, I mean, like the Cookie can tag out. We don't have to play. Our opponent's also been through 3 Snatchies, so they can't make that and then just try to combo. We could also prevent combo with Prayer. I guess we're just trying to think about like what they potentially could top deck to get out of this situation. They're just going to go ahead, set Trap, set Prayer, pass. They draw Dark Ruler. That's definitely not what they needed. Beat over Murakumo, set Dark Ruler, try to pass, and then end phase, yeah, they're just going to end up winning. I mean, they can chain Cookie. That shouldn't even matter, though. Activate, no cost, chain the Cookie effect, tag out, and then they're going to try to, you know, lose 800, summon Murakumo. They're going to summon out Marshmallow Cookie, and then they got to lose 800, though, and then new chain link. They said, trigger question mark. They said, hold on, I am turn player. Ja. So now Marshmallow Cookie. Go ahead, pop the Murakumo, try to grab back Surprise, then chain Murakumo to negate Cookie. They said that's fine. So just grab Surprise back to hand. And then activate Surprise still during the end phase. Then they're going to go Mitsurugi Trap to negate and destroy. Yeah. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and Murakumo. Oh, they were thinking, oh yeah, do they not have a target? No, they definitely do. Wait, do they? They actually might not have a target. Am I tripping? Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say, they've been through, like, a lot. They could play 3 Ritual, though. They are playing more of, like a pure build. So yeah, the game's just over here. This player is on 0. All they have to do, you know, Murakumo, wipe these cards out. They have nothing. They have a Dark Ruler set. Even if it was a real card, Murakumo's a negate at this point. They just have so much still. And yeah, and they were hitting Yummy cards eventually. I mean, they were hitting Yummy this turn. All they had to do was, well, I guess they needed something to search to be able to summon this back. Now, I guess we had Trap too, but just going Vampire is going to get you to Zombie Vampire. And then it's like guaranteed hit. Like you have their cards that you can hit. You have your cards that you can hit. You have a lot. So it's just going to be game. It's already game before that anyways. But yeah, GG's. We go ahead and see Julian win there. Make sure to go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. Link down below the top of the description. And with that all being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.